I have this video that I want you to watch. And after watching this video, I will come back to ask two questions, just two important questions. Oh, yeah, take a look at this video. Watch.
Was a lady that had one finger cut. She was trying to close the door, and then she banged the door on one of her fingers, and the finger caught a part of it and fell on the ground. In her pain and confusion, she ran to the hospital, and she said, I need help. When they saw the hand, they said, where is the part that cut off? And she said, it's in the house. They sent somebody to the house and picked it up. They said they couldn't sew it again because it's taking some time. Then she went to another hospital, a Chinese hospital. They told her the same thing. She was very sorrowful. And then she came back home. She spoke to the sister leading the women there, the wife of the pastor. And eventually, they encouraged her. It's not sickness. It's just that that finger is caught. And eventually, we're having a program here at the headquarters. There is power at the headquarters. And we're transmitting the program like we're doing tonight. And she said, here is my finger. It is deformed. It is cut. By the way, the other part that was caught on the ground had been thrown and flushed away in the toilet. All she did was to point that finger to the screen. As we said in final amen, the finger grew back. If that is happening, by the way,
all right,
when we cannot think
you have watched the video, right?
Good.
It's not funny. I want to say something before I ask this question that I want to ask. These two questions, very important questions, and I will want you to answer me these questions, please, because these questions will be begging for an honest answer anyhow. Now, listen to that story, and I want you to kind of keep this video so that you can be able to rewatch it again and analyze it properly by yourself. Okay? Right. Now, F.W. Kumuyi, Pastor F.W. Kumuyi said that a lady who who jammed the door mistakenly, one of her fingers was chopped off by the door, right? She ran to the hospital, and when the hospital, the doctors in the hospital asked her, where is the part of the finger that was, chopped off? She said, it's in the house. And they sent the person ran to the house and picked the chopped finger back to the hospital, and the doctor said, oh, it is too late, that there's nothing they can do again. And she left to a Chinese hospital. Reaching there, the same question, where is the chopped off part of the finger? They don't throw them inside the toilet, flush them. They said there is nothing they can do about it. The woman left, came to the house, and fortunately, they were having a program, and the program was showing on the screen. And whether I said the pastor's wife or whoever, now the woman finally pointed that finger at the screen at the screen, and at the final amen, the finger grew back. And you hear a very loud amen being chorused. Interesting. Now, let me tell you what I see here, what I think. You have the right to give your own analysis or correct me if I am wrong. Look at what I see here. I am saying this because the person of Kumuyi could not write this kind of script and cannot edit it very well. And he will come to the public to spill this kind of nonsense on his own, script that he wrote, that he could not edit very well. Now, he didn't tell us. When this woman left the house, ran to the hospital, how long did it take for the doctors to now request for the chopped off finger? Make una dey think. How long did it take the doctors to request for the chopped off finger? And now they send somebody to the house. What's the distance between the house and the hospital? Tell me, a well-trained doctor that will not know the period of time that such thing Okay, let's use this finger now. That the period of time that this finger should last before it will become useless. And this same doctor now send them to go to the house and bring it. It was when they brought it now that the doctor now said it cannot be sewed together again, that it is now too late. There's nothing he can do about it. And the woman left. The question here now is, did the woman leave immediately as she was still, now, liquid substance was still coming out from that wound? Did she leave immediately, or did they treat her even though the chopped off finger was not sewed together? She left to a Chinese hospital. Where is the Chinese hospital situated? Did she travel from her place to China? Okay, probably. That Chinese hospital could be at the woman's backyard. It's possible. Let's take it that way. Now, this woman now went to the Chinese hospital. Was it that same day? You see how I said that Kumuyi, who was well educated, I could call him a professor, a well-learned, well-educated person, could not edit his own story very well. Even if somebody told you this story, you don't even know what to do and how to handle this story. Now, this woman now went to another hospital. Was it that same day? Because if you judge from Kumuyi's story now, Kumuyi's presentation, it appears as if this whole drama happened on the same day. And this woman now went to the Chinese hospital. They asked the woman now, where is the part of this finger that was chopped off? And the woman said, they don't throw one. It's no longer available. Okay? And the Chinese doctors said there's nothing they can do again. Now, what happened? Did they discharge her untreated or what? I'm not a medical personnel, but for the little knowledge I have, in a situation like that, if that finger cannot be stitched together again, they will do what is called skin grafting to cover the open wound, stitch it together, and that is all. Now, the woman now came back to the house. Was she treated or was she not treated? This story now, for how long? For how long did this thing happen before that day that you were preaching? Because the way you told this story, it appears as if it happened on the same day. Just on the same day. Okay, no problems. Let's proceed. Now, where the question is coming from, okay? Now, as the woman was seated, probably in the living room, and a program, Kumuyi's program was going on the screen. Maybe he's avoiding to use the word television. We are coming. He said on the screen. And the woman, as soon as the woman pointed that finger to the screen, at the last amen, the finger grew back. You hear a sounding and a resounding amen being chorused at the background. Right? Fine. Here is the question. Here is the main question now. Is it not this same Kumuyi that told his congregants years back that television is evil? That television, in his word, he said that television is the devil's box, satanic box. That was the word he used. That television is a satanic box. Now, I want to ask, when is it that Kumuyi and the devil are now in partnership? That The devil is using his own property to propagate Kumuyi's miracle, to showcase Kumuyi's miracle, to facilitate Kumuyi's miracle. Are they now in partnership? Or this is a kind of double-barreled question now on this particular one question. Or is it that the same God who we know or we are told that he is all-knowing God, that he knows the end from the beginning, did not know that a day will come when Kumuyi, this same Kumuyi, will need the service of the television. That this same Kumuyi will use television to propagate or to boost the strength of his business. Did God not know? Before he told Kumuyi to tell his congregation, his congregant, that television is evil, and made his people then to do away with their televisions because they all wanted to go to heaven, right? But today, somebody is watching Kumuyi on that same television and received a miracle. What do you have to tell me about this? Is Kumuyi saying the truth, or is he lying? Now, this same television that Kumuyi condemned, called a satanic box, go to all the Deeper Life churches in Nigeria, all their branches. You will see television well positioned at the altar place. Now, the satanic box now have a place at the altar. Even when the congregants leave the church premises or the church hall to their houses, the satanic box will remain at the altar. Really? Fine. I want you to answer me on that. Second question is this. Seeing that we have all these powerful miracle performing pastors in Nigeria, even those that, in fact, they have finished selling everything that is in heaven, even those that have the power to video God when God was throwing down the key of heaven to him, and the camera captured the voice of God speaking. All these powerful men of God that are in Nigeria and in Africa. The question I want to ask here now is this. Where are our intelligent and powerful medical doctors? Where are our intelligent and powerful engineers, scientists, pharmacists? Where are they? America and Europe are busy hiring them, taking them from Africa to their country to develop their country. But in Africa, we have these powerful miracle working men of God. Why is America, Canada, Britain, or any other country in Europe, why are they not hiring or taking away these pastors to their country? Tell me what a man that have the power to video God and capture his voice when this God was talking to him. Tell me, do you know what this man, this kind of pastor can be in America or in Europe? But they left those ones for you in Nigeria. They left those ones for you in Africa. But they are taking your best brains in medicine, your best brains in engineering, your best brains in pharmaceutical, and all the rest of them. They are taking them. But look at the ones they are leaving for you. I want to ask, why? Can you tell me why? If you have an answer to this question, in the comment section, let's discuss it there. Let's talk about it there, because enough actually should be. Enough, Ozukono.